See, I do all of
Check,
that.
check, check. Oh, it's working now. See? It's
Yeah.
working. Check, check. Okay.
Just
Test,
make sure
test,
it's not
test,
the laptop mic, eh?
Okay, it shows there's a live icon. It shows a live icon, yep.
Perfect.
We have a
Okay.
live icon on YouTube.
Perfect.
Okay.
And it's the updated words?
Check, check, check. Test, test, test.
Mute
Check,
that one, coach, so that you know
it's active.
You know what? You
Test,
wanna
test,
run a
test.
guess?
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Kill. So here we go. I'm gonna unmute it. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, try again.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Is my sound on?
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Do this. Check, 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 check.
That's a lot louder than we think it is.
We heard it.
I'm getting. Look at the screen there.
But you're
Oh,
on
I'm
the.
not
You're,
live.
there you go. There's a delay.
I wasn't live. Okay.
There's a delay.
Okay, so pause that and we're good.
Good. that's how we go for live. So,
There we go.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alumni Field at the University of Windsor for the first Essex Ravens U14 home football game of the season. We got ourselves a nice, hey guys, we got ourselves a nice gray sky here tonight. Joining me today on the camera are my buddy Cal McCurran, and Coach Heath Chandler is here to help analyze the game with us. Coach, the Bantam Ravens opened up a couple of weeks ago on the road to Oakville, had a rough start to the season. What did you see in that game that we're going to be looking to improve on in this one?
Well, they definitely did not look like they were ready to face the type of competition that they're going to face in the Osfl this year. You know, getting that game underneath their belt realizes that they've got to bring their A game, and they got to focus. And I think they're going to do a good job of that. They've had a good week to go through and work on the things that they needed to work on. I think we're going to see a different ball club out here this afternoon.
Yeah, that one surprised me at all. You and I both know, Coach, that sometimes that first game of the season, you're on the road, you got a new group of guys. This is a fairly young team. This is a coaching staff that's had a little bit of a turnover over the last season or so. Sometimes that first one can be a little rough. Hopefully you take it as a learning experience. You pull good things out of it, and this should be a great opportunity for the Ravens to get back on track here today.
Well, you're right. You know, you brought up a good point there with their age. But, I mean, they're Bantam, and, they are going to be young every year. But sometimes these young fellas have a hard time handling a curve. I think the biggest curveball that's going to be thrown at them today is obviously the weather. But, you know, there's an old coaching adage that says that, got to be better than the weather. So we're better than the weather, got to be better than the other team. And I think we're going to be able to do that today.
All right, Niagara won the toss, deferred. Looks like the Ravens are going to take the ball at the north end of the field. That is going to be the right of your screen to start the game. And as you say, Coach, I think ball security is going to be a big theme in this one. It's one thing with the ball getting wet. The field's wet, the jerseys are wet, the arm's wet, everything's wet. And it's just a lot easier for those balls to slip out.
Well, it's definitely a lineman's game today. I mean, it's not muddy and mucky like it would be on a grass field, but nice thing about weather like this is those quick, fast guys or quick little fast guys are just little.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That said, when the people start losing their footing out there, a lot of funny things can happen. Let's do the national anthem, folks. All right, there we go. Ocana indeed. It is a lovely spring day for some football. Let's get it done.
Gentlemen. Stay awake up here.
Well, we've got a couple Yates winning graduates from our program down there on the sideline today with the defensive MVP of the OUA, Jesse Clarsay Jr., and Windsor's own Tayshawn Jackson. We have a saying around here that tradition never graduates. And these young fellows have been out when they can to come out and talk to the kids, and they're good role models, and it's always a pleasure having them back in town.
Yeah, I see a lot of familiar faces on that sideline right now, Coach. I think you and I started coaching together with the Ravens about 2018 it was. And it's just amazing to me now to see how many of these kids that have come up, gone through the system that we were working with when they were 11 and 12 years old, that have now gone on to do amazing things and are now featured players for both the Saints and the Lancers locally, as well as a lot of other teams. So here we go. Let's get the game underway. Got number 11 and number 22 back. That's going to be Idris El Assid and Marseilles Hurst, defensive back QB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9.
Your kicker is number.
Set to return the kickoff.
Kicker looks like number 9, Cole Bertrand.
Or 10.
9 or 10, can't quite see.
9.
Nope.
No, 10.
10, there we go. Short kick going to the 4 hole. Gonna let that one go to bounds. Ravens will get a few extra yards for that one, and we're gonna start the ball. Oh, call it around the 50, Coach. A little short.
Out of bounds. Still at the 40.
At the 40, excuse me. Excitement on the
There we go.
sideline right away. Got a spot, ball's on the far hash. Ravens break the huddle. That's a big old power formation. Couple receivers to the right, one to the left. The middle, that's going to be Boston Bedell, featured on the run. Did not make much progress out there to the right. About a yard on the carry there, Coach.
Well, you can't get too fancy in your own backfield, especially when you're running lead. We just, got to be one cut, then you got to get upfield.
Yeah, you're just looking to hit that gap as quickly as possible. Here we go in that close formation again. There's another lead.
That was a nice block by the fullback. He got through to the second level.
Saw the fullback get through there for sure. Looked like the line is struggling on the interior a little bit here in the beginning. We'll see how that adjusts.
Well, it was great initial contact, and the young man just stopped using his feet.
Yeah. Here we go. Same formation. There's another handoff to Boston. Boston's got a little bit of a hole this time. Going to be up to about the 48. And that is going to bring up an early decision for Coach. We're about 4 and 2 here.
That's good. He leaves him out there, but this is going to build some confidence. Definitely has confidence in his defense to be able to stop them if they're going to go for it
Strong
here.
call early on. Yeah, absolutely. I might look to my fullback here. Quick little popper. It looks like Niagara's doing what they can to crowd things. Oh, fumble on the exchange.
There's that ball security we were talking about, Coach.
There's the ball security indeed, Coach. Had a different running back in there this time after Boston had 3 straight. I think he was getting a little bit of a... No, he was on the field. He just didn't get the ball that play. And just tough time securing the ball in the backfield. Niagara's going to have some good starting position here. Motion, showing a
There
little
we
bit
go,
of a
jet
jet.
sweep.
There it is. Coming out to the edge here. Nice little fill. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he did a good job coming upfield and making the play, but then making a hit, but he didn't wrap him up.
The Ravens were there. They were reacting to the blocking scheme. We had containment there at the corner, made some initial contact, couldn't quite make the tackle, as you say, Coach. And
Well, I think we can see why he didn't make the tackle. Young number 20 is the gentleman that got up there and put the clackety-clack on the other player, and he's pulled up lane.
he is. This is an easy day to cramp up. This is an easy day to pull something. Hopefully the young man will be okay. Out there having a peek at him now. Coach, my first game ever as a coach with the Ravens in 2018 was against this Niagara team. That year we won the Bantam championship. And I don't know if you recall, I think we were working on that one, but we went up to Niagara, the first game of the season, and we ended up losing that thing on a rouge, single point in the last moment. You remember that one?
I certainly do. It's a tough pill to swallow when you lose on a rouge. But it also was the first introduction to a rouge to the most of these young men.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, really, Coach? We can lose a football game that way? Afraid so. But hey, that gave us the impetus we needed. And it looks like 20 is come off the field. He's okay. He's limping a little bit. That is Bryson Laprise. Here we go. Niagara's in a 3-2. Here's the quick end in the middle. Ravens' line is right there.
Great penetration there by number 95. That would be Belanger.
95 is Mr. going to be Leon
Belanger. Yeah, one of my knights. I've got a few kids on the team that played for me last year for Windsor Minor that are very well known to me. And one of those gentlemen is number 95.
Excellent penetration. Let's see what we can do again here. We've got a third and short situation now. Showing a 22. Once again, just nothing there up the middle. Ravens swarming nicely. Good penetration again there, and I also saw the linebacker flow right into there as well that time.
Absolutely. Complimentary defense by the front seven there.
Yeah, and I think that was my guy, Adrian Krasinski, number 37, who was in on that tackle there at the end. Started coaching Adrian when he was the grade sixer on his team full of grade eights. He was one of the kids that we were bringing along, and he always worked so hard and had such a good attitude, and there was never any question whether or not that kid was going to step up and have his season the way he is now. So here we go. We got 4th and about 2. Big call here. Quarterback's going to keep it, looking to throw the ball. Just gets rid of it, which is a good idea, because number 43, Luke Spitall, was right there in his face, Coach.
Yeah, he did a great job getting his hands up, too, to interrupt the sight lines down the field, and he was just getting rid of it so they didn't lose the yards. But that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if the quarterback was expecting somebody to be in the spot he was throwing that ball, or if he just decided made a business decision to get rid of it to an empty space there. But there wasn't a Niagara receiver anywhere in the area.
I agree with you. I think it was a business decision.
Here we go. Ravens are coming out. We got 1, 2. Looks like a tight end to the far side. 3 receivers. 1 receiver over here. Single back. Jesse Fleury throwing a little screen. That's going to be incomplete.
And that is an incomplete pass by Josiah Farisi.
Josiah, I'm sorry. I keep wanting to call him by his dad's first name. And Coach, I think we can probably definitely plan to see Boston Bedell featured here as much as possible today. He's not the biggest guy in the field, but I'll tell you what, he's got the heart of a line, and he's a heck of a football player.
Second attempt for the Ravens.
Yeah, he runs tough. He definitely showed for us last
little
year.
Confusion there. Josiah's going to freelance, try to make something out of it.
Keep Josiah Farisi.
Good for a couple of yards.
Tackled down by number 30, Mateo Ryan.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 8. Neither team having much luck moving the ball so far today here. We got plenty of time to go. Just the second series, 7 minutes. Second series for the Ravens, 7 minutes in the first. Just need to string the first down together here.
Timeout Ravens.
Timeout Ravens.
And that is a timeout used by the Essex Ravens. 7:16 left in the first quarter. It will be 3rd and 8 for the Ravens.
Well, Coach, bit of a war of attrition here so far. Nobody's really establishing too much yet. As you say, I think slippery fields probably got something to do with it.
Well, just settling the lads down, too, on both sides. Getting that first quarter is a bit of a chess match for the coaches. But
Yeah.
the kids is just, basically get used to playing the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, as you say, it's been a couple weeks since these Ravens last played a game. It's important to them that they come here and they show better. And being a road team in the OSFL is never easy, Coach. You and I have done those road trips many times. You get up early, you get there early. and getting yourself sort of peaked for game time right at the start isn't always the easiest task. So it's not unusual that it takes a while for a game to wind up.
Well, buys can be tremendous things, and as far as you're getting ready and getting prepared to play the next opponent. But it's kind of tough. The game ends up being a reward after a hard week of practice, and you get to go out and have fun on the weekend. And it's tough on those bye weeks when you don't get the chance to do that.
Yeah. Ravens got a bunch of people to the right. It's going to come roll back the other way. We're looking for a single receiver across the middle. That is Boston Bedell. Excellent little completion there. Interesting design on that play, Coach. We had 4 receivers out right. We had a play action. Quarterback came back to the left-hand side, which looked a little awkward when I first saw it.
Seemed to be a little bit of confusion in the area. There's 2 receivers in the area to catch that ball. If Bell didn't catch it, number 81 had a pretty good chance too. So I'm sure there was somebody running the wrong route there.
And that was young Boston Bedell dragging across from the other side, making that play. So here we go with a fresh set of downs for the Ravens. We go up the middle. That is number 24, Hunter Lafayette. Hey, tough run. Best run of the day so far for the Ravens by far. We call that a 9-yard gain. Going to leave us a 2nd and 1.
A lot of familiar names and faces out here today from the Windsor Minor All-Star team.
Certainly is. 31, got that kind of an H-back. Uh-oh, ball is loose. Get on it, Josiah. All right, good job, son. Ball just came up. I couldn't tell if the quarterback wasn't quite ready for it or if it was just a little off center. It looked like it slipped off his hands.
It was a good enough snap. It was back there.
Yeah. That's going to make it 3rd and an Uber. Call it 16 yards.
Not many plays in the playbook designed for this.
3rd and 16 on a wet day, not a lot, Coach, no. Get the ball to the fast kid would be a good play. I might try and dial up a little flood or some kind of mesh or something. Just letting it go deep. Oh, did
He
he?
catches it. I tell you, that was either kid's ball. It was 50-50. Bit of a hang time on that pass, but we came on the right side
Jackson Edwards. Jackson Edwards just came back and took what could have easily been a picked off ball away from a much bigger defensive back by playing aggressive and playing straight to the ball. That was just an excellent job, son. Here we go. We got 3 out wide this way. H-back in the backfield. Running back behind him. Quarterback is in the pistol. There's a handoff to Mr. Lafayette. Still going.
of that. Nice little play.
Nice little play. We'll take it. 3-4 yards.
Tackled down by a number of Niagara Generals, led by number 88, Jackson Buick.
And this is that little bit of momentum we were looking for, Coach. That let's get a drive together. Everybody's got the butterflies out now and starting to play football.
It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Ravens.
There's the quick screen.
Been out of the ball
got
again.
it. Yeah, this kid has the
Oh!
moves and the speed to get there. This kid is so good with his eyes. Good Lord. Folks, if you wonder how a guy who's not the biggest guy in the field can come out and play like one of the more dominant players on the offense, just pay attention to this young man when he gets the ball. Pay attention to his eyes, to his field sense. He sees the field extremely well. He knows when to pivot and to slow down and to stop and to speed up. And that's pretty rare for a guy this age. There's the handoff from Mr. Lafayette. I like the little rhythm the offense has going now. A little bit of pound, a little bit of pass.
got to be disciplined when you got your backs against the goalpost there. We just had a player on Niagara offside.
Mm-hmm. There he is, and that is going to create a first and goal situation for the Ravens.
Now, I didn't see anybody jump. I think it may have lined up offside.
It's goal, right? Okay. About 3 yards to go. Here we are. Niagara coming up there kind of spread. I don't know if I was... See what Coach Dowell's up here. Pass to Mr. Bedell.
Nice.
Straight
Touchdown.
into the end zone. Touchdown. Essex Ravens, Boston Bedell.
That was a beautiful catch up. Number 72 from the Generals looked like he was there to make the stop, and Bedell deked him right out of his catch.
He really does. And it's a good combination. Good eyes, good feet, and quick decision making. Boston reminds me of another guy we coached at this age. He played a different position, Colby Ginn. Remember when Colby was one of the smaller guys in the field, but he could run around everybody and deke everybody out?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's gone on to have a heck of a career for the Lancers.
Gone on to have a quick career for the Lancers, and just, proof positive. Oh, all right. Well, we let somebody right through the middle there. Not sure what happened.
By number 88, Jackson Beeler. So again,
All right, so
3:04 left to go in the first quarter. Is 6 for the Ravens, 0 for the Generals.
3:04 left to go in the first quarter. The home team, Essex Ravens, have a 6-0 lead.
I just like to run it down to
All right, on the board. Coach, let's talk about what the Ravens want to come out here and do on defense in this next series.
Well, they want to come out with a 3-and-out, right? 3-and-out or get the ball back. I mean, if I was a defensive coordinator, if I was the defensive coordinator, that would be my goal at this point in time.
3-and-out. Don't even give him a chance to start thinking about creating any momentum. Be interesting to see what Coach opts for here in terms of a kickoff. Field's pretty slippery. I don't know this kicker very well. Plays live. Going towards the 9-hole. Fielded cleanly. Hey. Okay, take him down. Yeah, pretty nice lane discipline by the Ravens there, Coach. I saw 4 or 5 guys go straight down their lanes. Multiple bodies get to the ball carrier. The blocking scheme that Niagara had in front of that play didn't seem to be all that effective. Let's see what Niagara can do with the ball on offense. Got a 2-by-2 look.
Don't be surprised if they try very early going to the substitution. Number 19 that's in playing corner now for the Ravens.
Looks like the Niagara Generals used a bit of a hard count there to draw the Ravens offside. I have noticed too that, Coach, that the Generals are routinely using motion in their offense, which again earlier in the season is something that you got to teach, particularly the younger players, to adapt to. But a little bit of excitement there for the Ravens jumping out that hard count. As you say, they want to get a stop on this drive, but we got to play disciplined football. Here we go, 32, single back. Going to be a pass, looking downfield. Picked off!
Picked off.
Number 22. Number 22. I just heard somebody yell, that's my son. Marseilles Hurst, defensive back. Excellent play.
As the offense will come back on the field,
Had the pleasure of coaching
around the 48-yard line. First
Jesse last year at the Windsor Minor Ranks. Mercedes was a hell of a player for us. He's a great athlete. He works really hard at it. Great young man.
Again, just really intuitive play there. What I same kind of thing we saw from the defensive back, the Ravens defensive back made the interception. It simply went to the ball.
Well, in this situation, it's just 6-0. There's no need to panic and go to there. You got to establish the run.
Timeout Essex.
Coach is going to call another timeout. That will be the second of the half. We're at the 1:53 mark of the first quarter. Your Essex Ravens are up 6-0.
Yeah, there's really no reason to panic. 6-0. You know, you're still in the first quarter here. You know, you got to establish a ground game, especially in weather like this.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Ravens right now, I agree with you, Coach. I'm going to come back. You got exactly. We didn't get the 3-0. We got better than that. We got a turnover at midfield. Get a chance to come out now. Nice little drive here. Get a couple of first downs. You don't got to put the ball in jeopardy. Just focus on holding on to it. I think we found a bit of something in the running game in the last series. I wouldn't be surprised, Coach, to see Coach go back to that on offense. And I'm definitely one of those guys who believes you don't want to get too cute when things are going well.
Well, 3 things can happen when you put the ball in the air, and 2 of them are bad.
Yeah. Here we go. Ravens are spreading things out a little bit. Bit of motion. Following the lead back. Following the H-back up the middle.
Okay, I'd see that'd be about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Yeah. Seen that a few times now out of the Raven, where we're using that H-back move tight end kind of thing, bringing him into the middle as the lead blocker out of the single back set. Be interested to see if they bring him around on the jet move forward, or maybe sneak him out on a little pass at some point. Zach Felice scrambling, throws downfield. Errant pass. Lucky not to have that picked off.
Intended for number 15, Jackson Edwards.
And that just is something that, you know, shows his age. And I read there, if he stepped up into that pocket, he would have been able to get the ball off. And he got forced out of it, and we took a chance, and thank goodness it didn't get intercepted on that play.
Yeah, I mean, if the worst comes to worst, you get, as you say, he could have stepped up, but once he got forced out like that, it was clear that he was going to go down. I thought he did the right thing to get rid of the ball, but you really don't want to throw a ball late down the middle of the field generally, and particularly not in the coverage.
Well, being so close to the sideline there, it's a nice. There's a
Chuck
good
it
place
out.
to chuck it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just, as you say, decision making. I mean, Josiah, I happen to know from Windsor Minor. I think he started playing quarterback this past season. Seasons before that, he's mostly been a defensive back. He's kind of he's just a good athlete. He's a good utility guy. I think this is his first time full season playing quarterback is for the Ravens.
Well, he's new to it, and he is only 12, 13 years old. So
Yeah.
he's going to progress nicely. He's a good athlete, smart football player.
Oh, no question about it. There's Boston,
There's a
quick
screen.
little dump off. Oh, he's
Beautiful
getting outside.
screen.
He switched the ball. Good job, son. Drops his shoulder, fights for those extra yards. Just a nice little play.
Really love the stiff arm there right before he went for the out of bounds. That kind of reminds me of Walter Payton. The guy never went down easy.
Yeah, no, I don't think Boston is in the business of making business decisions when it comes to stepping out of bounds. He's that guy that's going to drop. Thing I also love, Coach, he caught that ball. As soon as he got outside, he switched it into his outside arm, so he had that hand inside to deliver that little stiff arm.
That's just good coaching.
Here we go. We got 4 wide again. Here's the motion. Bit of a jet. Lead up the middle. Boston's going to cut it back. Oh, he's got a little lane. That, I think, is going to be another first down.
Well, I think the Ravens have found their recipe for success there. Just run the ball.
Yeah, run the ball so far in little swing passes. I don't think taking shots downfield is, maybe in another day, a nice sunny, dry day, Coach, out here. But today I don't think that's it. I think the offensive play caller, he's got a nice rhythm going here.
Well, given the convention of playing 4 downs at this age group, too,
Yeah.
it does lend to the propensity of running with football.
100%. So I'm going to let one go. Not in love with that pass, and it is picked off.
Interception from the Niagara Generals.
Okay.
Well, not what you wanted on first down, but that does put their back against the goal line.
The good news is it puts the back against the glow line here, so let's look at the positive, Coach. So that maybe might have been the pass we wanted. I'll go back a little bit on the play, Coach. It's 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, just at the beginning, just at the end of the first quarter there. What do you think about calling a pass going down the middle of the field in that situation after everything we've just talked about?
Well, it is raining and the sun's not out. We just saw a rainbow. I don't think the pass was a bad decision. I just think it didn't go the way that it was planned.
Yeah. Now to come back to your coach point, there's actually a great opportunity here, and this is one that took me a while to catch on to as a head coach when we did something like this, and that term related is if we can force a safety here, not only are we going to pick those points, but we're going to get that possession back as well.
Absolutely, and I mean it'll give us 7 on the board, and we already given that up earlier on when we got that extra point block.
So the defense would obviously love to produce a safety here. That is the prize, but another good stop and good field position would go a long way.
Well, look at them to send the heat. They're going to send somebody this.
There you go.
Sure enough, we sent the linebacker, and he's the one who makes contact in the backfield.
There you go. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've seen Niagara run anything than a fairly wide formation at this point. It's all been 3-by-2 for the most part. Either single back or double back. They're back in the double back set now.
Yeah, they're in the back of the full pistol.
Not using any motion, still going straight at it. Oh. That's going to be very close to it. Yeah, that looks like a first down for
And that's
Niagara.
what we didn't want to happen there. We ended up giving up our gap integrity. There was a nice, huge hole there off over on the B gap. Nobody stepped up to make the play. And they're able to get them move the chains, get themselves in a position where they might be able to punt the ball.
Yeah, this is a couple series in. Coaches are making adjustments now. The OCs are starting to see what the DCs are doing and the other way around. And we'll start to see things get dialed in a little bit. There's another play up the middle. Nice play by 22 to come up and make the tackle. And that's going to be Mr. Hurst again.
Well, it appears Niagara's settling down and realizing what they can do to run the ball.
Yeah. Game's definitely settling down now. Split formation. Got a 4-point stance in the backfield. Don't see those every day, Coach.
No, that's the young man that...
there we go. Huge hole. And this man... Mr. Hurst is going to be the last one to have a shot on him here. 32 comes in and makes the play.
Huge first down.
Yeah. Great job by Caden Clark getting down that field. Amazing. But there was a great big hole there in what would be the interior right side of the Ravens defense.
Well, Niagara's settling down, and they brought number 88 in, and he's doing a good job. They're running to that fullback side. Look to Essex to adjust and shut that down.
Motion, there's the handoff. It's a lead again, about a 33. Manages to stretch it out.
Got to do a better job getting some knockback and reestablishing that line of scrimmage. We're playing on our heels right now.
Yeah, it looks like the defensive line is getting pushed back a little bit, and as a result, the linebackers are having a hard time flowing like they were a series ago.
We can't be wearing roller skates and rolling up into the backers.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go.
A lot of times, it is just getting them to understand that they got to load up that down leg. They load up on that leg, they get some good knockback, stay on that line, then be able to read the blocks pressure and make a play on that pressure.
Yeah.
Too many times they're trying to peek in the backfield instead of biting the bicep and looking for the ball while they maintain their leverage.
So the Generals have very quickly moved this ball downfield. I believe they took position just at the start of the second quarter. We're down to 8:18 now. It is a first and goal from the 10.
They've tightened their splits up too. That's to try to take down on the blitzing, but looks like they're bringing them from the edge now instead of bringing them up through the middle.
Yep. Ravens making a little adjustment now, tightening in the red zone.
Tackled down by a number of Ravens, led by number 95, Leon Delonge.
Again, very nice series here by the Generals, but pretty much what I've seen is basically leads. You know, not a lot of fancy stuff here. Just go ahead and
Yeah,
we're going to run this till you stop us.
Yeah, no need to get fancy in this type of situation. Now, what you'd be looking for down here? I mean, if I was a defensive coordinator, I'd be worried about the bootleg, play action and bootleg with our backs against the goalpost here.
Yeah. And you know what? As an offensive coordinator, that's definitely one that I would think about going to in this situation now that I've established that interior run. Right? Does the quarterback have the athleticism to make that, get that boot to the wide side of the field? You got to imagine he'd be going towards the bridges if he was at this point. But we shall see. 7:40 to go in the first. Ravens are up 6-0. Coach Mills having a chat with the boys.
Let's see what he's got dialed up here. I could quite imagine that he was probably telling the exact same thing that we were talking about, to watch the boot.
Formation. There's the handoff. Right up the
Right
middle.
up the middle.
Yeah.
Touchdown Niagara. Well, I got to hand it to them. They worked on that, and it paid off for them in the end.
Yeah, we were talking at the beginning of that drive. The Ravens had an opportunity to try and get a stop there. We were talking about trying to force safety or some good field position, and unfortunately, that drive went just the exact opposite way. The Niagara Generals just came down the field, run after run, and imposed their will on the Ravens
Hats
defense.
off. Yeah, hats off. They ran the length of the field and were able to put in a tough one.
Yeah.
See if they're successful here on the kick.
Tied 6-all. Kick is up. Good. Kick is good.
Well, you're going to want to really watch the that number 88 that blocked the kick for him earlier on. He does a lot for him, playing on offense and defense. We saw he came in on offense at the fullback position as well. He strikes me as the kind of young man that's going to be the straw that stirs the drink for the Generals.
That's Jackson Bielich. Mr. and Mrs. Jackson's parents. If I'm getting that name wrong, please put it in the live stream and I will correct it. But yeah, he's a standout player today for Niagara already. Just as I think Mr. Bedell, Mr. Florisi, and Mr. Hurst are for the Ravens thus far. With that, we will kick it off again. The Ravens are going to have another shot at the ball here. Still got 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Ravens are 2 deep. Niagara looks like they're loading up the right side, and they're going to come left on the short. That ball was touched. And by my coach, that is going to be Niagara covering that ball.
Was enough for them just to score a touchdown. They needed to take that knife after it was stuck in the belly and give it a little bit of a twist.
Yeah.
And they were able to get that ball back. It was a good call by the Generals coaching staff.
Good job by those coaches. You got to coach and play this game with a killer instinct, coach. And they came out there. They showed 6 guys over on the right-hand side. Referee put his arm down, and they very quickly kicked back to the weak side. Number 82 had a chance on it, just couldn't quite handle it. Good job by Niagara recovering that onside kick. It's not an easy thing to do. General's got the ball. There's number 14 again. Carson Stevens.
Now you get a moonshot like that as far as a kick, though. That comes down to preparation and practice too. You've always got to shortstop that with the your high sideline guy. He's got to be able to get down there and give some kind of support on that.
Yeah,
too.
and you know what? One of the things I found, Coach, when I was a head coach of this team, is that trying to get time in for everything you need to do on special teams in the midst of everything else is really hard. 14, plowing through again. That would be Mr. Stevens, Carson Stevens. Going to call it a
About
3rd and 4.
game?
Yeah, about a 2-yard gain, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 3. Okay. This is one of those times Ravens could stand to make a play on defense about here. Straight back to Ray. There we go. Ravens swarming on D that time. Number 90. Jorge Luis Corredor Reyes. First Raven got there that time, Coach, and a bunch of other guys just came and gang tackled.
Well, rally to the ball. You want all the boys in the picture frame when they're making a tackle.
Boys in the picture frame, exactly. Here we go. Gonna go for it. 4th and about 2.
Well, let the refs sort this out. Was it a jump? Did they jump? Was it a false start?
Everybody's
We shall
pointing
see.
at everybody else.
Well, that's always going to happen. You know, that's usually a coaching point that even if you do jump, then you just point on the other side. Let the fellas in the straights make that decision.
Yeah.
Should be on the Ravens.
Did the Ravens jump or were they caused to move? Ravens are signaling it's going to go against Niagara, and that's what the ref's saying too.
Well, quite often it's not just the jumping into the zone that's going to cause that. Once you get set as an offensive lineman, you got to be set. You can't be moving. You can't bob.
Yeah.
None of that. And even if it's just a little bit of a hip drop, that gets caught. That's going to come on you as procedure. But that was a great job by the side judge there, number 14, picking that up, because that could have very easily went the way of the Ravens.
Could have gone the other way, yeah. So now we're looking at about 4th and 7, and this is a whole different situation here, Coach. Muff snap.
Good job forcing the man back
Oh,
inside.
oh, hey, what a play!
Beautiful work there.
What a play!
Number 43 coming upfield, taking on a block.
Caden Clock.
Yeah. 43 smoked him out of the house, and Caden Clark came up and made the hit.
Just
Great
smoked
play.
it. Caden's another one of those guys that started coaching 2-3 years ago. It feels like he's been on this Bantam team since the day he was
He's been
born.
using his COVID eligibility. Sir.
And Caden has may I say it, Coach, he has slimmed down since I saw him last year or so ago.
Yeah,
He's
he
looking
flies around the
athletic and
field.
quick.
Yeah, he does really well. He brought that up to me last year during the summer when he came out to play for us. And when he brought it up, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember. You're not playing line anymore.
Go. Oh. So the Ravens just tried their version of a lead, and there was not much there. It didn't look like we got a whole lot of push off the O-line on that one.
No, and he got caught up in the wash, too. You know, you get that lead hand, you get it out there, and you feel it. As soon as you feel, then you got to make that cut jump. And
Yeah.
we didn't really get that decision. We just kind of bounced from side to side instead of making a decision getting upfield. So
Yeah.
we lost about a yard on that one, maybe 2.
Call it. Yep, let's call that 2nd and 12. Coach, 4:46 remaining. That penalty was declined. There's motion. Mess. There's a...
Well, I tell you, Jennings did a really good job getting a hand on his arm when he was going to go snap that. And he beat his man, got a hand on his arm. We ended up putting the ball on the turf. We're lucky to get that back.
Lucky to get
Lost
that
another
back.
yard on that.
So now it's
Going
gonna
the
be
wrong way.
3rd and 13. Here we go. 2-by-2. Receivers are moving. Going back to the middle again. And once again, just not
Nothing
much
going.
there.
But you see who's coming up on the bottom of the pile. That'd be number 88. Doing a real good job today.
Yep. Coach in the boots is call it. That Jackson kid, number 88. Jackson is his first name, and I think 22 or 24 was the other one. Keep showing up.
Well, the biggest and best adjustment they could do would be to make sure they get a man on that kid.
Yeah, right now it just seems like he's winning his matchup.
He's been the
no matter where
straw
he
that's
lined
stirring
up.
the drink out there, that's for certain.
Yeah. Ravens are in punt formation. Ravens
We got
called
a
their
sausage
timeout.
timeout.
Oh, is that Niagara's timeout? Yeah. Niagara's timeout. Okay. By my count, the Ravens had one timeout left in the half. Niagara has 2 timeouts and a half at this age group.
Yeah, they still do have to. Yeah.
Okay,
I do
yeah.
believe this is their first one.
Yeah, this is their first one. Okay.
That would be all of our timeouts.
That would be all of our
we've
timeouts
just
for the half.
confirmed that we've just
Yeah, we
used
used
all
it.
of our timeouts.
Yeah. Now this is a situation where you could really use a kid that can punt the ball. I haven't seen this young man punt yet this season, but we could use a good kick at this point. There's some space over on the far side of the field in particular. Snaps a bit high. Gets off an end over end that
Rightly blown up.
rightly blowed down.
That's
Well,
a
yeah.
rule that's been on the books now for a number of years, and for the right reasons, for player safety.
Yeah, as I understand it, Coach, just for the folks that are watching, ball needs to go solid 10 clear in the air, beyond the line of scrimmage. If there's not going to be a fair chance for the receiver to field it otherwise, it's just going to get blown right there. All right, here we go. Niagara's got the ball. 3:10 left in the first half. Gonna stick with that 2-by formation. 2 running backs. Motion. Quarterback. Oh, nice little fake there. I actually thought he was booting for a second, Coach.
Yeah, but the only person that didn't fool was number 32. I believe that was Aiden.
That'd be Mr. Clock. Yeah.
Yeah. Full pistol again. There we go. That's their modus operandi. They got that off tackle hole. We didn't get any fill on that. We got to get that sorted. They
get
figured
that
that out,
sorted.
and they've been using that against us that whole last drive, and they're going to do it again if we don't figure it out soon.
They are, and that is Jorge Luis Cordeiro. Again, excuse me if I'm getting the pronunciation wrong. I'm doing my best. But yeah, no, very simple. Need to come up and start sticking some people. We're sort of seeing it. We're seeing it in fits and spurts.
Well, unfortunately, what's happening is we've got our backer on that side that's lining up way too close to the line of scrimmage. And he's coming down and he's getting caught up in a wash and just leaning on guys. He's got to really stay back 5 yards off that ball, pop his feet, and read his keys. And he's not doing that right now.
Yeah, Niagara's just going, hurry up now. They're just going to run this play until we stop them.
Now, you notice we're doing a good job of that on that backside, on the field side. that backer's doing a pretty good job of discerning that. But it's an issue when we get caught up and lining up too close to the line of scrimmage there. We're getting caught up in that wash.
Yeah. Let's see if we can make some adjustments here. Yeah, they're sort of playing within 2-3 yards there.
Well, that's a simple adjustment. Once it's caught, they got to make it at some point. Now, the very air abounds in former Raven players here on the field this today. We've got Coach Kenny off over on the sideline, and they've even joined some of the referee ranks. We've got number 99, Mark Speller, down there right now. That's putting in the work.
Yeah, there we go. Little defense from the Ravens that time. On that, we had Mr. Clark was in that one, 32. Big fella in on that one, number 99. That is going to be Jack Dinchik, and he is a legit big kid out there at about 14 years old, Coach.
And he can move, too. You know, a lot of big kids at that age can't move. You know, he reminds me a lot of one tech that's near and dear to my heart that played for us for a number of years, and that would be Joe Filion.
Yeah, he sure does remind me of Joe. Oh. Flag on the play on the far side.
That ball came off that back foot, too. Got some real hang time on it.
Yeah.
Good job by the D lineman getting his hands up in the air. Once that front hand comes off the ball, you got to get that hand up in the air. And it's not always blocking that ball, but it just gets in his line of sight. And I think in that period, what happened is he started the forward motion on the ball. The hands came up, and he kind of delayed getting it out there, and that's when the ball slipped out of his hand. And that looked like a duck. The back end was trying to catch up to the front end. Yeah.
That's going to be offside against the Ravens. That's going to make it now, looks like about 4th and 1.
Fourth and inches.
4th and inches, yeah. From the 24-yard line.
I can't believe with it being this short that they're not just going to, there we go. That's good. They brought him under center.
There's a flag on the play.
That's the right call, bringing the young man up the center. I've seen that and witnessed that over the course of the years. You know, a lot of those situations, OCs, especially when they're running the pistol, taking that and running it out of the pistol instead of getting under center there.
Yeah.
And
it seems like the came back and bit them, Coach, because they're going to take a full start on that penalty, and we're going to walk Niagara back another 5 yards. So the Ravens are going to get back what they lost. And we're back into about a 4th and 6 situation. Minute 33 to go here in the first half. Niagara is up 7.
Therein lies one of the problems with running out of shotgun, out of pistol all the time, not running under center. You know, when you go underneath it when you need it, if it isn't done on a regular basis, you know you're going to make small mistakes.
Very easy to see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is why you need to get the quarterback under center sometimes. This isn't the NFL.
Absolutely. We saw that last week with ourselves when we were playing against Bantam. We made an error.
There's another pass downfield. I don't think there's much of a grip on this ball.
No, he's losing.
It's going to be a turnover on down. It's going to be Ravens ball at around their own 29-yard line. First new set of downs. Minute 29 left to go in the first half. Ravens got on the board first, scored early after a bit of a slow start for both teams. They had a nice drive. Niagara came right back and answered with a drive of their own, managed to convert the extra point, and that's the 1 point difference, and that's where we are now.
2 drives, really, when you look at it. It's just kind of odd that they ended up abandoning the pass and abandoning the run and going to the pass there.
There we go, back to that little swing pass again to the weak side. Boston's going to try and find some space.
Well, that screen twice now has been a good answer for their pressure. It's been a good little play for us.
It's been a good little play for the pressure. Like to see a bit more out on the edges from his blockers.
Well, unfortunately, at this age, a lot of time with the blocking, they got to be taught that you don't turn around and look for the ball in order to be able to block the guy. What you got to do is you got to look at the defender. The defender's eyes are going to tell you where the ball is, and that's what helps you get your body positioning. But
Exactly.
again, that's something that's coachable and can be corrected.
And that's very tough to coach 13 and 14-year-olds, Coach. You're right. There we are. Looks like the same play again.
Oh no, that's a swing pass.
Little swing comes
with the
back
ball.
in, goes back to the other side, the strong side this time.
Gets about 5 yards on that play. That'll bring up about
Bring up.
3rd and 4.
Looks like 3rd and 4, yes, Coach. 58 seconds left to play.
Well, not a heck of a lot of time left on the clock. You got to figure what are they going to do here. I think we're going to go to the air, and then when you look at that set, that 4x1 set.
They're looking for the ISO, and they got him on the far side.
They got him, yep.
Number
Size
81.
against size. Good job by the big moose. He gets out of bounds. Does he get out to stop the clock? Yeah, look at that.
Looked like he got out of bounds too. Just a big play.
Heads up play by number 81 there, getting out of bounds.
Nicely set up by the coordinator. We've been working over. Hadn't really featured that X receiver on the backside with the 4 receivers stacked the other side yet.
Well, you're always looking for a
Right?
mismatch. You're
Yep.
always looking for a mismatch, and he's a big, strong young man. He's got at least another foot on that kid. I mean, what's he going to be able to do? Carry around a ladder when he's defending against him?
Definite size mismatch. See if we can find another mismatch here, Coach.
Well, we got another one with number 75 here. He's been really active in the blocking game.
Oh!
14 standing.
Sia Florisi held on to the ball there in 14. That'd be Carson Stevens again. Gave him a nice little pop. Sia ended up getting, call it 2 yards out of that, yard and a half.
14's been active for him. He's another player for the Generals. He's been coming up and playing some good ball for him today.
28 seconds left. Clock is ticking.
All right, quite often the last guy he looks at is the fellow that's going to be getting the ball. Well, I think it's going against that backside. They're looking for that mismatch again.
There.
Oh, you know what? Great job. That young man went up, tried high pointing it, but the defender, he did what he was
Defender
supposed
did a
to
nice
do.
job, yeah. I mean, receiver 81 did a nice job up there. Well,
Came down, played the ball through his hands.
yeah, Weigel did a nice job up there. Just like I said, a little bit slippery today. The defender came up behind him, got his hand there in the play. Yeah, he was clean. Didn't make contact with him. Can't do too much better. 11 seconds to go. 3rd down and about 8. Sia Florisi letting one go deep. Yeah. Just a bunch of incidental contact there, Coach. I mean, I didn't see anything I would have called one way or the other. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. It is 4th down. About 8 yards to go from the 41-yard line. See what Coach has dialed up here. One more shot at the end zone. Lucy sets up. He's looking for 81 again. There's no one there. Oh,
Ball a little underthrown.
yeah.
And that'll bring up halftime
That's
on a
the-
very wet and cold day in May.
Folks, we're going to take a little break over the halftime here. We will come back with the second half very soon. You are watching Essex Ravens U14 Bantam football from University of Windsor Alumni Field. Talk to you again soon.
Out with the Bantam.
Second half, Ravens are kicking off. Niagara Fields, field kick, taking it to the right. Oh, he's got some room.
Wow, he totally lost contain.
Totally lost contain. We had a guy on the outside there.
Oh, this is coming back. We just got ourselves a penalty on that.
Laundry on the field?
Yes, unfortunately, it was number 88, whose praises I have been singing since the first half. Went and blocked one of our players in the back right about the 50. Completely needless, and I'm sure he's going to get an earful from his coach at this point in time.
Yep, that is going to be unfortunate for Niagara, fortunate for the Ravens because the coverage was just not very good on that kick.
Yep.
That's okay. Looks like we're going to get another chance.
That's unfortunate. That was a very selfish play. That shouldn't have. It cost them points.
Case of a couple of mistakes canceling each other out there.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how Niagara comes out on the basis of that. That's going to back them up to the 42-yard line. Their own side of the field, 1st and 10. Could absolutely be a big game changer. There's the
There's
jet.
a jet. Oh,
Got contained there. 52. Nice job filling.
but you know the backer on that side, number 32, he really came up to make the play, but he got tugged on from the backside. Didn't get called, but it definitely impeded him getting up.
He got a little tugged on. Caden Clark got tugged in when he went in for that initial contact.
But that
there.
safety
Couldn't quite
came
finish
across
it.
from the far side of the field, came up there and made that play. That was good work there by number 52.
Yeah, that would be Gage Van Loo. I sense that these linebackers being active and flowing well and being able, as you say, Coach, not to get caught up in the wash is going to be an important story in the second half here. Right up the middle. All right, that is going to bring up 3rd and about 5 from the Niagara 47-yard line. Sticking with that same formation all day so far here. A jet right up the middle. There's number 90. Picks his way outside.
Well,
There's
they
another
got him on
flag
the hold
coming
that
back.
time.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hold on number 11 for Niagara there.
Well, it's either going to be on number 11 or number 72, but the referee definitely picked that up.
Yeah, I thought I saw number 11 get a pretty good hold on our defensive halfback on that one there.
Well, Alex is on the ball. He caught that. He saw it happening.
Yeah, good little crew out there today. Good ref crew. Okay,
Is it a blanket?
that is going to make it 2nd and 15
Blanket?
for the Generals from the 37-yard line.
A bag or blanket that was left at the canteen. So if anyone left at the canteen at halftime,
They went up like this, it's a pass.
at the canteen station.
Here we go. Bit of a flare motion. Gonna hit the receiver there. Yeah, well contained. Well contained by the Ravens. Niagara is looking to just take the slot receiver and just swing him out a little bit there, try and get a little bit of a quick hitter. The Ravens defended that very well.
Well, I mean, when you take a look at it, my formation, they are, fairly predictable. But you're talking about an adult mind looking and taking a peek at that. It doesn't matter what we got upstairs. It matters what we're able to communicate to our athletes.
Yeah.
And they got to do a good job of communicating to them. When they show up at line up in this, they're going to throw this.
Yeah.
When they line up in this, they're going to run this. And it's a bit pedantic. Hopefully, we'll be able to sniff it out. But they're not doing anything that they're not telling us they're going to do.
No, there's nothing too exotic about there. Not a lot of wrinkles. So we are in a punt formation now. They've got multiple guys lined up, at least 2 guys lined up on side.
Well, we got to make sure that we line up onside because right now we're in danger of drawing a penalty unless we're coming out of a 2-point there.
There's a flag. Going to be delay of game. Yeah.
Yep. Well, thank God for that because we were getting set to line up offside in the middle there.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I'll take good luck over good management.
Yeah.
That'll back them up. Good. Looks like we've adjusted.
Go, got a clean formation now for the Ravens. Still got 2. Are we adjusting again here? There we go. Found the right spot. We're going to run the play.
Ravens are in danger of lining up offside again.
On the first side, is it blocked right in?
No.
No.
High punt. Punter decides to keep it. He's going to try and get outside. That's 90 trying to get out the edge. All right. Nice job, Ravens, coming up and filling it.
Good job sniffing that out.
I'll tell you what, Coach, for the way that second half started, that series turned out a whole lot better than things could have been.
Now, we're having issues up front, and a lot of it is just emanating from the fact that we're not getting lined up and we're not getting set. If the D-line can't get lined up, get set, and transfer that weight, that push weight, off over into that foot, they're not going to get any knockback. And that's where the Generals have been able to play hard, get upfield, get into us, and that's where they're getting their success in the run.
Do you think that's because we're not sure about where to set up around defense, Coach? Or we're just being a little hesitant?
Well, it depends on where their eyes are.
Number 11, nice little play.
Depends on where their eyes are. If their eyes are to the sideline, then that means they're looking for some direction. If their eyes are lined upfield, then they're not looking for direction. It ends up being on themselves.
Yep. Idris El Saeed, nice little pickup for the Ravens there. Good for a first down. That's going to be Ravens. 1st and 10. Looks like we're on the 30-yard line of Niagara. 8:20 to go in the third quarter.
Remember, we don't have wrestling coach.
The Ravens. Receivers to the wide side of the field.
Back in the pistol.
Ooh.
They have a man down on
We
the
have a
play.
man down on the field trying to see who that is. Looks like he's getting up. That is
Number 61. That'd be the guard.
61. That's Mills. That's be Elijah Mills.
Yep.
Looks like he's okay. He's going to make his way off the field. Maybe get a quick little check.
3 yards on the play will be 2nd and 7. All at the 27-yard line.
Elijah's a good young man. I had the pleasure of coaching him last fall with Windsor Minor, and he's good for about 2 or 3 of those a game.
Yeah. Go that big number 81 lined out left again. 3-by-2 look. Fleurcy calls for the ball. Gets loose. Best thing to do is get on this one, son. Yep, do that. That's just El Saeed doing the smart thing, just following on that ball. And
Ooh, that's massive loss there. That's 18-yard loss.
3rd and
19-yard
28.
loss.
Oh my gosh. 3rd and almost a different postal code. There we go. 3rd and 28. Ravens got the ball. Let's see what Coach dials up. There you go. Fleurcy's going to roll out to his right. Oh, I see a receiver open. Oh! I tell you what, the Niagara player, defensive back, and a nice play on the ball. Boss Medell almost one-handed that thing anyway. Couldn't quite get it in.
Well, I mean, flood concept, and the free man in that flood concept ended up being the underneath, but he didn't know if he hit that underneath, there was no chance of them being able to pick up that yardage,
Yeah.
given the fact that they just lost 18 on the last play.
No, I mean at that point, try and get a little bit of forward yardage, a little bit of forward momentum, here. Looks like we're going to line up in the punt again.
Well, we're almost better off in that situation. Run the ball, get a couple yards, and then punt it. You know, play the field position game.
Okay, a little bit better punt this time.
Oh, geez, that's
22 fields it cleanly. He's breaking it out to the left. No, heading back to the middle of the field now. Oh, nicely
nice hit from the
covered.
backside.
Who's that big fella? Number 60. That is going to be Leyland Smith. Offensive lineman by trade. I'll tell you what. You got down there in a hurry, Coach.
oh, baseball going to get into us.
It's not very often you get offensive linemen on your punt team. But if you do, they better be able to move.
Yeah.
That young man moved.
He's an athletic offensive lineman. Not too often the O-lineman beat the Gunners down there.
Well, he keeps that up, he'll be playing defense in no time.
Yeah. Here we go. Niagara's got the ball again. We are still at 7-6, halfway through the third.
Well, at least Dan's
There's the snap.
coaching is one.
Straight up the middle. 90's taking it, bouncing it outside. Got a lot of room to work with there.
He's gone.
He's gone. This young man is very quick. 22 is going to have a chance to catch him. Nope, can't get there. And, Coach, I got that for about an 85-yard score.
Well, look to see that quite often. When you see number 99 on the field for us, they're lining up 14 on that side. They're attacking that side. They've had a lot going that way. They've seen something, and they're attacking us. It's just going to take us to realize that we need to make a better job, positionally speaking, with our personnel.
And I'll tell you, that number 90 has been threatening since this half began. I believe he's the young man that returned that kickoff that got called back to start things as well. And now they got him lined up on the outside wing. It's a 7-point game. This is actually kind of an important point. Oh. Thought the Ravens were going to get a piece of that one. Great effort coming through the middle by 52. Gage Van Loo again, just couldn't quite get there. And there you go. Niagara came out. Ravens got a good stop. Ravens couldn't quite push the ball on O they wanted to, and one big play, and Niagara's got a 8-point lead in this game. 5:56 go in the third, 14-6 Niagara.
Well, a couple things need to happen here. A, we got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot and move the football and get ourselves some points. But we got to button it down on that defensive line.
Yeah, as I say, it's not a bad brand of football being put here. It's a couple of mistakes, letting some things happen, letting Niagara establish this rhythm they've got in the running game. In particular, number 90 and number 88, as you said, have both been a threat. And it's we got to execute when we have the ball on O2, Coach. We can't get ourselves in 3rd and 38, you know.
Good job of finding the hole and kicking the hole there.
Yeah. It's nice to have a kid at this age who can kick the ball deep, and you certainly see that. But at this age, that's not really the realistic thing, in particular in these conditions. A kid, as you say, can kick it to the empty spot on the field where it's going to be difficult for someone to play. You're going to put a player in the position of trying to field the ball who's not used to fielding the ball. That's the kind of kicker that I like to have.
Well, they're definitely a weapon at any age, but they're a unicorn if they can do it at this age.
Yeah.
We expect to see more good things out of that kid as the years progress.
100%. That is going to be a broken play. Fleury Jr. holds on to it.
Well, that ends up being the perennial foot that we keep shooting ourselves in. But a few times we've had a hard time figuring out which direction the play should be going.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been that, it's been securing that snap. So.
Yeah. Consistency is the word that I would use, Coach. We're trying to find some consistency here. I've seen a couple of good drives out of the Ravens so far, and a couple of good defensive stands. And then we've seen some of this, too.
Well, that's the problem that you're going to get with the pistol. It just takes too long for it to develop. I know it's become haute couture in Canadian football, especially at the junior ranks, and we're seeing it in JV, see it in varsity, see it in university ball. But there's nothing like being able to run the ball from under center.
Well, and as you say, Coach, four down football here at the Bantam level, you get that extra down. I'm a big fan of line the thing up in the eye position, put the quarterback under center, and ram it down their throats until they make you do something else.
Well, it just takes too long to develop.
Yeah. And there we go again. It's a good little play, that play that they run out on the swing there at Padel, but we've just gone to it a few too many times now.
Well, that short passing game is really just an extension of your run game.
Yeah.
And it's something you have to be able to establish early. But, there's so many other things that we need to be able to do in order to be able to string a team out. And one of those things ends up being, running the ball. And we haven't had a lot of success with that in the last 2 quarters now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
There's the snap. Kicker's got the ball off. Oh, ball's on the ground. Picks it up. Nice momentum by Niagara. Gets wrestled down at the 30-yard line. That's going to be nice field position for Niagara once again.
Dangerously close to being called for a horse collar there.
I saw that too, Coach. I was wondering what was going on there. I saw somebody get ripped down pretty good, but must have got him by the sleeve. All right, here comes Niagara again. 40's a little late jogging onto the field there. Looks like he's heading over to the DB. Flag on the play. What's that going to be? Procedure on Niagara. We'll take it. Ravens would like to get out of this drive without giving up any points and put together one of their own, because I don't think another score late in the third is something you want to give up. There's a handoff. 14's got the ball. Nice vision. Plowing through. Still going. I'm going to call that an 8-yard pickup. That'll be Mr. Stevens again. He's having himself a heck of a game, Coach.
His grandfather built our very first weight room.
Tell you what, Niagara not fancy, I know, Coach, but what they do pretty well. They got 2 or 3 kids that they can hand this ball off to that seem to be able to get them yards routinely. And right now they're winning those battles at the line.
Very much so, Coach. Very much so.
Call the board, they'll fix it.
Ball's on the ground. There's the handoff. Hey, there you go.
Got some
Stop
pressure
in the
there,
backfield.
but then that ball came out. But they were able to collect it, hold on to it again. And number 14, that's a young Stevens man you were talking about.
Slick as this field is, slick as that ball is, this could very easily come down to a fumble recovery, return kind of a play in this game before it's all over. There's the snap.
Oh, we're in
Deep
there.
downfield.
Ooh. There we go.
There's
Yeah.
a late flag.
Yeah, expect the laundry on that. We did a
Referee
really
had
good
to throw
job
that.
on the blitz. We got our hands up in the air. That was a pretty good job up front. Didn't get to him enough time though.
Yeah. Number 22 there is protesting, but I think he's going to lose that one, Coach. He definitely made contact with the receiver before the ball got there. So that is going to be... Yeah, that's going to be a full PI. 15 yards, automatic first down. Looks like the ball is on about the 13-yard line. Minute 50 to go in the third. Great penetration that time. Who's that? 80? 90.
No, number 90 for us came up in a great play.
It's going to be Mr. Mayu, Owen Mayu.
Loss of 5 yards on the play, second down.
Second and about 15, lost 5 on the play. Big few downs coming up for the Ravens here. Two by two. Oh. No, there's a bunch going on there.
No point this time.
No play, so they stopped it ahead of time, which is not a great indication for the Ravens.
I didn't see anybody moving. I didn't see anybody pointing fingers. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ravens just came across early on that one. Little eager once again. And again, Coach, these are the kind of mistakes we're talking about. There's certain situations in football when you got a team back, you've got them in a long kind of thing. You're in your end zone. You're within a score of the game. You know, you can't make the kind of errors that give a guy another shot.
Well, our read on that, it's the defensive line that jump, but the read on that's definitely got to be the shoulder of the player that they're playing against.
Yeah, there we go.
The one tech, he can keep his eye on the ball, but the read for those guys on the outside there, it's got to be the shoulder of the player that they're playing against.
Yeah. Nice play, yeah. 32-52. I mean, Clock, Krasinski, and Mayu, both very active, all very active on this series. And you know, Clock is really just showing up on the stat sheet. I imagine he's going to have a number of tackles when this one's over. Here we go. 2 by 2. Starts the motion. 14 right in.
Great
Lovely
play.
play. Lovely play.
That's number 37 and number 95 there.
That's going to be
Leo.
Krasinski. And, Big Leo. And so now, the Ravens have worked themselves. They've held Niagara here pretty nicely here for the ball started. We're in a 4th and 10. Quarter is just about to shift to number 4, and it's an 8-point game. Big play. Pass downfield. There's the pick.
And that is intercepted by the Essex Ravens.
Nice intersection. Timely play. Is that Josiah that got that? Or those? I can't see the number.
I do believe that was Josiah.
Josiah out there doing double duty. The quarterback also out there playing a little defensive back. Now, interesting situation. We are going to switch the field for the 4th quarter. And I want to say that interception is the Ravens are going to start around the 2-yard line, 3-yard line.
Yeah, we need to move the ball. There's no question. We need to move the ball here.
That running game we found sort of late first quarter, early second quarter, Coach, where we on our second drive there where we got something going. That's the kind of drive we could use right here, right now.
Well, we got away from it. We started throwing rainbows, and we started making some mistakes. I don't actually believe that it was the 100% the center or the quarterback's fault.
No. I think, as you say, it's just. I mean, it's weather. It's a strange day out there. The ball's been slipping around a fair bit.
Got to be better than the weather, Coach.
Got to be better than the weather.
Still plenty of time left in this ball game, but the Generals are going to want to take advantage of this field position here. Maybe come out of it with another point.
Yeah, if I'm Generals, I'm thinking about trying to put a lot of pressure on here, try and force a safety if I can. If I'm the Ravens, I just want to get this ball away from my goal line.
Well, if they can force them to go back and take a safety, it ends up becoming a 2-score ball game.
And there it is.
Yep.
Are they going to say that he got him, that ball carrier got beyond the goal line? Nope, they're going to call the safety.
Well, the battery is low.
Is that thing plugged in? Oh, you just didn't have the switch on. That's why your thing was dying. All right, that is unfortunate, folks. That's going to set the Ravens back another 2 points. And now, I believe... trying to remember the rule here, Coach. Niagara has the option of either accepting the kickoff or taking the ball in the 35. Is that how it works? 45. 35. Thank you, sir. We are fortunate to have a bevy of highly talented coaches coming in and out visiting us today. I could tell you the names, folks, but then you'd all just be down here seeking autographs. Just know the best football analytical minds in the city of Windsor are here with us today.
They're just not on the. It's not on the broadcast.
They're just not on this actual screen. Those guys are way too high end for this coach. All right, so here we go. It is going to be Niagara ball. Up 10 points, 11:34. Now, Ravens need to stop, period, and they need the ball back. No more of these long drives for Niagara. We've got to tighten up. Here it comes, right up the middle.
And the pressure's on, right? You know, Niagara's going to be running the ball. They got themselves a 2-score lead. We need to play downhill, and you're right. We need to stop.
Pressure's on it again. We had some penetration there. That time it was number 44. Did I see that right? 44? Linebacker? Again, just great penetration, contact in the backfield. We're just not quite getting the stop every time. There's that number 90. And Niagara just physical downhill running right now.
Well, and you can see we're not getting that too far back in our when we're setting up with the backers, and then they're taking a big old 90s read step instead of popping their feet, and we're getting caught up in the wash.
Yeah. We got a young man injured on the field.
You got a number there?
Trainers are going to go take a look. I can't see a number yet. Screen 22. I believe that's going to be Mr. Hurst. He does not seem to be... real comfortable out there right now.
No, he's struggling.
Could be anything. Yeah, we don't like to. We sure ain't doctors up here, and we don't like to guess on what's going up with a young man. Coaches and fans like to see this right here when a guy can get up and walk off the field. That's the best sign we all look for. Looks like he might have took him one in his stomach or something, or chest, Coach. The way he's.
Yeah, he's definitely holding his midsection.
Yeah. Could have taken plenty hit there. He is getting some water in him at the same time, so it looks like he's going to be okay. Now that is going to bring up a fresh set, 1st and 10. About the 49-yard line for Niagara, their side of the field. 10:39 to go. There's a handoff. 14.
Ball's loose.
Ball's loose. Did the Ravens get
recover. Oh, no. Oh, he came up with, I thought number 22 would come up with that ball.
That's what it's going to take. It's going to take
32,
some kind of a little
sorry.
break here. There's a lot of time left in this game. Anything can happen. The last few minutes go slow. But
well, you know what? There's plenty of fight left in these dogs, and if they can get a turnover here, that'll speak well to us. Been trying at least to be able to get back into this ball game.
yeah, turnover.
We
is
need a stop or a turnover.
Yeah. I mean, we can't let this drive sort of take another 4 or 5 minutes and score kind of thing. There we go. That is Mr. Krasinski, and who is the big fellow in right off the top there? Number 90 again. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mayhew's just decided to have himself a second half. I'll tell you what. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a couple of these big guys in the middle who are getting pushed around a little bit right now, and the linebackers who aren't quite getting as you say. Everybody's got to get a little ticked off at this point and start hitting some people. Oh, it's the boot. Been waiting for it, and now big flag. Flag coming up from the secondary right towards the line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a big hold. Yeah, it was on the offensive line. We had decent penetration, and the boys were in a position to be able to make the play, and they reached from behind and grabbed one of our players.
I was going to say, usually when you see the black hat there, the umpire throwing that flag from that deep, they're going to be watching that edge at that point. So you're going to be thinking hold or blocking the back or something along those lines. And he certainly, the ref certainly didn't waste any time throwing that one in there. As the play was happening, he had it in there right away. So that's going to make it about 3rd and, what, I'm going to call that 17, Coach?
Absolutely, and that's an experienced back coach, back judge.
Here he is,
Being
boot
able to-
again. They're just going to come right back to the other side. And the flock of Ravens. Ravens do a nice job to stand up. That's going to bring up a pretty significant 4th and 8 from what looks like about the 51-yard line.
And it'll be 4th and 8 for the general.
Yeah, that back judge is not only an experienced back judge, but he's an award-winning back judge. I had the pleasure of seeing him get inducted into the Windsor Essex County's Sports Personal Hall of Fame this year. That's number 58, Bruce Carter.
Oh, Bruce has been around. Bruce has been around for a while doing a good job. So here we go. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, not surprised to see Niagara take a timeout here. You know, it's 4th and 8 from midfield with 8 minutes to go. Normally wouldn't be a big decision, folks. You would probably punt that. But the reality is, with this 10-point lead, if Niagara decides to stay on the field here and can convert this first down, they've got a really good chance to take some more time off this clock the way they've been running the ball. And that would leave the Ravens in a very difficult spot to come back and win this game. That said, I don't know, Coach. 4th and 8 from your own 51. Are you risking that to let the other guy back in the game? What's your killer instinct on this one?
Killer instinct. I'm not looking at a first down. I'm looking at kicking for position. You've already got the lead. Why are you trying to get a first down? You know, they've been pretty good at being able to stop us defensively. So I don't know what they'd be looking at here as far as going for it again. Sometimes you end up out coaching yourselves, but they got themselves a 2-score lead.
Yeah, and I think you just said the magic word. Sometimes you end up out coaching yourself, outthinking yourself. You've got a 10-point lead here. The money move is to kick the ball away, try and get some field position, but that doesn't look like that's what they're doing.
Nope. Sometimes the math just doesn't math, but we'll see how it comes out.
There we go.
And throughout all this, they are going to pass the ball.
I'm just looking at our cast of head coaches here in the booth, left and yeah, they're saying kick the ball, run the ball, do anything but that.
Yeah, if you're having a problem with your punter, then go to your kicker. If you're having a problem with your kicker, then go to the running back, put it on the ground.
What you don't do is throw it up in a double coverage for no reason, because then you not only lose the downs, but you could have had a pick 6 taken back on you there. So I'm going to go ahead and question logic on that one. But hey, Ravens got the ball. 8:06 left.
There we go. We got a new quarterback in. That was the
He's
young
a boot
man
man.
who's playing wide receiver.
Here's our own boot threat.
Look at that.
Excellent.
Moves the sticks.
Big number 81, the receiver that made that huge play for us earlier, Mr. Weigel. He's in there now.
And a great play, new quarterback in there. Let's get him building some confidence, gets himself a first down, gets the lads in behind him too. Sometimes when you're playing the general, that's what you need is another general.
Exactly, and I think by moving Josiah Florisi, they probably got him focused more on defense now. He's a very good defensive back.
Got us the interception,
right? Spot, right?
Yep.
And here we go. We got 81. We know they used him off the boot right off the top. You threaten. That's in the defense's head now. Let's see what happens. He's going to keep it again, and he's got some space. Yeah. All right. Okay, Bantam Ravens.
Well, I wouldn't say he runs like a deer, more like an elk, but he's hard to bring down.
Runs like a deer that might be trying to get away from an elk or something.
Yeah, we got some laundry on the play.
There is laundry. I think it was late.
And they got a man down to a number 27. Man ended up doing a block in the back, but it would have been after the first.
Excuse me. We get a call here? That's first down as it's spotted. There is laundry. Looks like they're walking it back.
Illegal block. After first down was gained, illegal block on the Ravens. 10-yard penalty.
Illegal block penalty on the Ravens after the first down.
There you go.
10-yard penalty?
Coach in the booth just called it after the first down. There's going to be an illegal block on the Ravens. Ball's going to come back 10 yards. Going to be the Ravens' first down at about the 31-yard line. 7 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the game. Ravens are down by a score of 16-10.
You know, I really miss the days when we used to put the stop signs on the back of the jerseys, you know, just to signify to the kids, hey, don't. But unfortunately, we don't have
block
those
in the back.
anymore yet.
Yeah.
Number 11, Idris El Said with the carry for the Ravens. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line.
All right, that is going to be about a 3-yard pickup. Going to be 2nd and 7 from about 27-yard line. Ravens come out, spread to the left. There's a little screen, a little toss. It's a good play and it's work for his coach. I feel like that one's getting a little bit predictable at this point.
Yeah, I would have to agree to you. I would have to agree.
So that's going to put us at about 3rd and 16. Okay.
Really, they were looking at that play to get, you know, maybe another 3 yards because there's that short pass game is an extension of the run game.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's been used a couple times. They were able to sniff that out.
I wouldn't be shocked if we go right back to the boot here again. Or at least try and get that quarterback out to the edge. We're going to pass. He's going to keep it. Okay.
Well, they picked up on that, and they had number 14 waiting back. You could see he didn't even drop. He popped his legs and was just spying the quarterback on that. So they adjusted well to that.
Very, very well, intelligently managed by the Niagara defense. They had the right personnel out there. They had the right coverage, and they
made the right adjustment when they came off the field. Yeah.
So the Ravens are staring down the barrel of 4th and an Uber with about 5 minutes left to go from the 45-yard line.
Well, he's going to drop back. He's going to pass.
Yeah. All right. That's going to make things a little bit more difficult. We got 5:04 left to go in the 4th quarter. The Ravens are down 16-10. It's going to be Niagara ball. Looks like the 49-yard line. I believe both teams still have their full complement of timeouts. Actually, no. I think Niagara has used 1. So the Ravens still have 2 timeouts left, and of course we do have the stop time in the last 2 or 3 minutes in Bantam? Coach, remind me. Last 3 minutes.
In Bantam, yes.
Another one of our expert coaches piping in with advice.
Well, if they were smart, they'd just stick to running the ball at this point in time.
Nothing fancy. I'd be handing the ball to number 90 and that other kid are straight up the middle.
And this is number 90, Jorge Torres with carry. Evading a number of tackles.
Hey, I'll tell you what, this Jorge Correa-Reyes kid is having himself one heck of a game for Niagara.
Well, he's a horse, man. He's a good-sized kid, you know. He's obviously looking at the number he's wearing. He's a defensive lineman. And a lot of time they'll do this at this league, give the ball to a defensive lineman in this type of situation. And we're having a hard time tackling him because we're trying to tackle him around the shoulders.
Yeah.
Big fella like that, you got to get him down low.
Got to get him down low, got to wrap him up. If he's going to try and work you off, his arm, you got to get in there. You got to hold on until help arrives. There's the motion, straight up the middle. He's going to move to the left. Ravens are there this time. That's going to make it 3rd and about 4 from about midfield.
But again, we could have stopped him about 2 yards sooner. Unfortunately, we're trying to chop the tree down from the top.
Yeah. At this point, Coach, if you're as a DC, are you simply going in there telling your guys, look, it's time to start punching at that ball, trying to pull it out there, hold this guy up, and send the next guy in and tear it out? Because we absolutely need to create something here.
Well, as a DC, I basically tell them that at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's reiterated, every quarter, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a quarter going through. The turnover battle is something that you need to be doing all the time. And there's no question with the experience they have on the field that they are encouraging that. But that's something that's got to be practiced. And if it doesn't happen in practice, there's no way it's going to show up on the field.
That's just it. It's very easy to sit up here when games are going on as fans, as the guys are calling these things, and we've seen different things football all the time. Say, here's what should be happening. Here's what should be happening, right? But the reality is you've got a week to prepare, a couple days a week to prepare these kids. You've got very little film. You've got different conditions. You've got injuries that are happening throughout the game. You have game situation stuff. And you've just got the fact that it's not always so easy to stand on a sideline and see every single thing that's happening on the field and make every play and make every adjustment correctly.
Well, film doesn't lie, and the nice thing about that is it gives you things to be able to work on in future weeks and as the season progresses. And a lot of it is just teaching them as the season progresses. I can tell you, one thing that I'm really encouraged seeing them do is the way that they get their hands up in their passing lanes. They're doing a real good job doing that, and so that's obviously something that's been stressed with them.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing guys flowing to the ball as a group. I'm seeing gang tackling. It's small things at this point in the season.
Well, it'd be the real thing that would be able to help the defense right now would be an offense, and we're.
Well, that's a great point.
You're in a better position if you're fresh.
Yeah, and I would say, arguably the defense played their best couple of few series this game, kind of bracketed in and around that early score that the Ravens had. Because, you're out there, you're playing that complementary ball, and the offense can stay on the field and move and get first downs. It's just really difficult for a defense to be on the field quite this much when the offense isn't converting first downs.
Absolutely.
It's number 90 again.
I tell you, he was in there like a hot knife through butter. I mean, it didn't look like he was touched.
It's just that first level. We're having a really hard time controlling that first level. We're on the line of
I said
scrimmage.
a 90. That was a mistake there. That was number 60 that came through there. And we saw him playing on offense, and we made a comment about we thought he'd play offense like a defensive lineman. Sure enough, got him taking some snaps on the D now.
3-minute warning. Ravens have taken a timeout.
Can I get a name on that, number 60?
Number 60 is indeed, that is Leyland Smith, offensive lineman. So, 2:51 left, 16-6, Niagara Generals. Ball is on the Ravens 48, about 2nd and 9.
Another season. How long are you going to want for intermission? In the third? Okay. It won't be me here, so I was going to pass it on. And how long would you want to start? 4 or 5 after?
Yeah, 5 after work.
Okay.
I have certainly seen teams come back from worse than this in the last 3 minutes of a game, Coach. But it's going to take a play. It's going to take a turnover. It's going to take the Ravens to do something big on defense here. Because you cannot let this team keep going down the field like this, and the clock's just going to die and the game ends.
We said it earlier on. We need 2 things right now: stop and a turnover, or a turnover.
Thought the ball might have come out there. No, but there we go. That's going to make it 3rd and about 8. Everybody all right? Yep. 43 looks like he's okay. Shaking it off. That's Luke Spitall.
10 fingers, 10 toes. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
He got rocked on that play, but that wasn't the running back that rocked him. That was his own teammate coming through. Just
Was
wanted
it?
to
I
make a
didn't
play.
see it.
Yeah. The running back slipped, and he got all of his teammate.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, that's where a lot of injuries do occur.
It is. It's guys running into each other that aren't supposed to be running into each other.
Or
often on
getting
the same
rolled up
team.
on that, or getting rolled
legs
up on
rolled
the
up.
back of a play. Yeah.
Yep. Go Ravens are doing what they can to penetrate here. 90's got some room. He's going to convert that, I believe. Yeah, that's a big first down for Niagara.
Great job penetrating, but we came too far upfield. I mean,
Yeah, it looked like it.
yeah, you gotta when you get to the heels of the offensive lineman, you gotta look for that ball and be ready to meet the ball. Right?
Is that a difficult thing to coach young defensive front 7 guys, Coach, that it's not always your job to run straight through the backfield? You get to a certain point, you got to set up and start looking for the ball carrier?
Oh, absolutely. And it doesn't matter what age group you're dealing with here. They get hungry and they're trying to play the ball on the way to the quarterback. But
Yeah.
a lot of it depends too on the style of defense you run. Are you a spill team? Are you a pass team? Like,
There's the
what are you
boot.
looking at doing? So
Oh, he kept it. He's going to throw it.
sorry, sorry. I was talking about the styles there. Spill teams typically, they're coming straight up field and they're attacking. But your box teams are more contained. Right? There's usually a pretty good balance in between the two, but right now we're doing a good job spilling, and we're just not. We're just getting too deep and letting them run underneath us.
There was no flag.
No flag. Going to pick that up. Okay, going to be 2nd and 10 for the Generals from the 39.
American
2:06 left to go.
intentional grounding, not Canadian. All you have to do is get it over the line of scrimmage.
Generals showing a little bit tighter formation than they have. Why not? There's 90 getting out to the edge. Again, we're making contact. We're just not. Taking them down. And as you say, Coach, I think we've been hitting. I think the instinct has been hit. They've been hitting number 90 high all day.
I didn't see anybody come off. All right, here we go. Now we got somebody coming off.
Third and 6 from the 30. Minute 51 to go.
They're going to be attacking the two stand-up defensive linemen here on this side if they're running the ball. Absolutely.
Right at him. Yep.
I would too, right?
Number 14, Carson Stevens.
They're going to take what the defense gives them. But it was a good job by number 90 getting up there, getting some penetration, getting a hand on a man.
I would be interested to go back and look at this film and do the stats on this game for average yards per carry because, it seems to me that for this half, Niagara's been basically playing 3-down football, running the ball, and it's been working pretty
Yeah,
well.
they've been good. Since they figured out that they would have some success running the ball,
Yeah.
they have done a pretty good job.
Interesting. They went to the same thing they did on the fourth when they were down in the red zone last time, and once again took the delay.
Time count violation.
Not something you really want to be taking at this point if you're Niagara, but chalk it up to a learning experience, I suppose.
Well, they're just getting an athlete on the ball there with number 14 coming up, and they're not exactly in the red zone at that time. They're kind of the yellow zone. Now they definitely got backed up out of it, but wait to see 14 get the ball in this stage. They just brought 88 out. They're still attacking that side.
Yeah. 14 again, contact in the backfield. Slowed him down, tripped him up that time.
And that will be a turnover on downs for Niagara.
Ravens are going to get another possession here, see what we can do with it. Minute 13 left in the fourth quarter, down 16-6. Be first down from about the 36-yard line. At 81 back there at quarterback again.
All right.
No.
Young man's going to have issues unless he gets that ball up by his ear. He's not on the phone. You'll notice he takes the snap and he's carrying it down off over by his waist. He's got to get that thing up there and be ready to throw it. A lot of times what happens if you got to carrying that ball too low, somebody's open. By the time you pick it up and get it in position, Now he's covered, and you're going to end up throwing an interception because of it. Or you're going to end up tucking a ball and running because that man isn't available. But that's obviously, being a backup quarterback, you're still fighting for snaps, and that's something that can be fixed.
It can be fixed. I'm going to go ahead and say that number 81 probably hasn't gotten a lot of reps throwing the ball in practice so far this year.
Yeah.
Boom. There's a block. Why? Why was that a flag? I don't understand that, Coach.
Yeah.
Tourist block?
Because he was downfield coming back towards us.
I saw lateral. I saw lateral.
That too, but it's
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be a tourist block, they call it, on number 75. That's when an offensive player peels back upfield to block someone. That looked kind of mid to me, but oh well.
Well, you can see it setting up. The young man wasn't even paying any attention. It will wake him up or knock him out. And the knock him out part is why it's illegal.
unnecessary roughness penalty on the offense. Blindside block, and now we'll move the offense back.
Yeah, that's one of those ones as an official I'd throw it every time as a coach. Yeah. All right, Ravens, 57 seconds left here. Let's see what we can do.
Just aggressive coaching. We got timeout or? Pittsburgh, Chicago. Ooh, injury on the field. 30.
It's so hard to uncoach.
Number 30 is down on the field. That is Mateo Arana. They're having a quick peek at him. Ref's checking. Yeah, it looks like the trainers might be checking out his leg there. Coming up to have a peek at him. There we go. He's going to be just fine. Getting a hand, walking off the field. Looks healthy. Always what we want to see. So here we go. We got 57 seconds left. Ravens down by 10. Second and about 35. 25, excuse me. Heaves the pass.
He's got a good arm when he gets rid of it.
Decent pass. He had a receiver behind him. That was number 15, Jackson Edwards. Had worked down the field, just overthrew him a little bit.
Third and 45 for the Ravens with 48 seconds left to go.
Third and 25 for the Ravens. Looks like they're on about their 21-yard line. We're going to a couple more shots at this, see if we can't get the ball downfield, score some more points.
Well, you learn something every game, and I think this game they've learned that number 81 runs with the ball very well, and he's got a serviceable arm.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah.
He gets some snaps. They might have a recipe for success there.
I just don't think he's quite got the experience there as a passer to understand where his receivers are on the field at all times, Coach, is what it looks like. It looks like he's kind of searching for him out there rather than knowing where they're going to be.
That'll come.
That'll come with time. Like I said, I haven't been to Bantam practices. I don't know how many snaps the young man gets at QB, but usually backup quarterback, it's a relatively small share. So, as you say, that just comes with time and experience.
4x1 set again. They're going to be looking at passing it.
There we go. Fourth and almost across the border. There's the pass. Oh!
Well, I wouldn't say it's an absolute beautiful ball, but he got it at least 30 yards downfield.
He got it. It was on basically the right line. So.
We're pushing it and passing it. But well, they do say that you can learn a page from a victory or a book from defeat. So we know that these young men are going to get back in the lab, and they're going to be back at her again next week. Be interesting to see the adjustments that they make.
Yeah, and I think let's not put nobody likes losing. Let's not put too negative a light on it, folks. And first of all, props to Niagara for coming in here and putting together and coming back from a little deficit. Ref is going to call the game.
Seen a lot of good out here today, though, and everything is fixable. So you know what? It's not all doom and gloom in Windsor Town, and I think the Ravens are going to be back. And they're going to be better next week. Like I said, we had a lot of learning out here today, and I could definitely see them making some changes and playing better because having watched their previous game and watching today's game, there definitely was an improvement on both sides of the ball.
Great, and that's what we're looking for, is that week to week. It's not how you start, Coach, it's how you finish every time. But we're going to finish this one with your hometown Essex Raven, Bantam Ravens, on the wrong side of this one, 16-6 on a gray day here. Ravens got a couple things to work on, but they are going to be back next week, and they are going to be back with a vengeance. Just like we're going to be back in a little bit with a junior varsity game featuring these same Essex Ravens against another Niagara team. We'll come back and talk to you in a little bit.
Great job, guys.